Subsequent to that, an organizational report was prepared and presented to the plenary by Comrade Paseka Nompondo, the ANC IPC coordinator. And that report was also received well. As an interim structure, we also had to take another report, a report on financials. Because it's an interim structure like a fundraiser, it was just more about the financial statement, not the financial statement in the audit terms. And it was presented by the deputy convener of the province, who's also the premier of the province, Mayor Sefura Ndombe. Subsequent to all those issues when they were done, the organization had an opportunity that the credentials committee was called in, led on our side by Comrade Dinah Pule, supported by Comrade Pinky Kekana, Zwandile Masina, and also in support Comrade Mduduzu Manana, and the members of the IPC leadership on these credentials, dealt by the deputy coordinator, Comrade Kuleliso Mtsweneng. That's what it was presented. We then had to present that report, and a number of clarity-seeking questions were done, and then the leadership of the ANC had to respond to those questions. And plenary, then there were two motions that were received. One of the motion was that these credentials must be adopted with the amendments and after the clarifications were made. And there was also a motion that certain comrades felt that certain one or two issues have not been properly clarified. On that basis, there was a counter motion, and the counter motion was supported. The conference in totality, it has more than 900 delegates. The voting delegates that are here are 650 voting delegates. But when the election agents will come at a particular point in your presence, there's going to be clarity to say how these numbers they look like. But that's the voting delegates, ensuring that at least more than 90% of the delegates, which is 585, those delegates are from the branches. And our numbers are slightly above 585. The rest of the allocation has been made, and when it was made, it is within the constitution of the ANC, where some are actually allocated to those that will be generally be members of the PEC. In this case, is the IPC, the leagues, and the regions, and we are satisfied with that particular work. But when we had these issues of two motions, democratically we were to put the motions into plenary for a vote. We were to ask the elections agency, led by Terry Zelan, to come in and conduct those elections on the basis of those who are saying we vote yes with amendments, and those who say they vote no. After the process that was credible but very fast, because of the advances around elections, we can report that ultimately the yes got it. Now the ANC conference, the 9th provincial conference, is now fully constituted and in order. And the branches that are here, as we reported earlier on, they are more than the 70% that is required in the constitution, 246 they are there. Then the plenary proceeded to consider the report of the chair, which is the Polka report, organizational report, and financial report. They considered these reports and they are duly adopted by conference as we speak now. Certain elements of these reports will form the basis for the commissions. That is the next work that we need to undertake. I need to report that at this stage we have agenda conference in preparation that we take dinner, so that because we need to take care of our issues of health, You don't want it to be running a conference people have not eaten. But at the very same time, the meeting of the elections committee, chaired by myself, deputized by Dr. Regina Mhaule, with all the secretaries of the leagues and the secretaries of regions, including our alliance partners and the deputy provincial coordinator and the provincial coordinator, they constituted the structure. We have met as an elections committee. We are in a process that in the next, in less than an hour from now, the credentials committee has been instructed to hand over all the material that is to do with the credentials, including the voters' roll, so that we can be able to prepare for the first part in our program for the elections of members of the top 5. And that process should be able to proceed very shortly. That's our intention when all the logistical issues have been done. While we are waiting for those issues around the elections of the officials tonight, we shall proceed as conference to go and discuss the other business of conference, which is issues of commissions. That is the report that we thought we should share with you this evening, but equally, as a tradition in the ANC, when the time arrives for the item, nominations, additional nomination for the top 5, is going to be an open session, and members of the media, they will be allowed to come in through our spokesperson as we have arranged before. That's the brief. Thank you.
Thank you, I would like to give you an opportunity of 4 questions. Seeing that people don't have questions, and I release the leadership. It looks like everything is clear and there are no questions. Yes.
We have a very good facility, even if there was a heat wave. But we could see that the temperature now is dropping, and I think we should be okay. But askwazi ukumfisela a good night. We all going to bend the midnight oil. Sibonga kakhulu. But ningalinga nina yama mobile TVs.
No, you have this on your phone.
Ngeke wini, ngeke ishaya isandazi ungafa. Asose.